Ronald Reagan has been out of office for 26 years, but those who knew Reagan say a lot can be learned from him and applied to challenges the world faces today.
From the day I met him, I knew it was about the policies that he was implementing. It wasn't about him. He had decided over a long period of time what policies he wanted to pursue, and he implemented those policies. He was going to let them work, and if they didn't work, he was happy to sort of let history pass its judgment.
Professor Henry Now worked with President Ronald Reagan as a senior staff member on his National Security Council. He was one of 7 speakers who brought life to President Reagan's legacy Friday at Regent University's Ronald Reagan Symposium. Looking back at Reagan's words in a 1982 speech to British Parliament, the panelists provided a voice to Reagan's beliefs that global freedom is the answer to preserving peace and pushing past problems.
Less than 10 years later, his prediction that the Soviet Union would end up, as he said, on the ash heap of history came true, and the pundits and the professors were both shown to be wrong about Reagan's grasp of not only current events but the near future. So we thought that would make a very appropriate and stimulating theme for this year's symposium.
This year's Ronald Reagan Symposium is the 10th time that experts and those who knew the man gathered here at the Communication Building. It all started when Dr. Robertson had an idea he proposed to deans to start a spring symposium that would complement Clash of the Titans. The now annual Reagan Symposium is inspiring its guests and RSG students to take on the problems of the world today with what they say are Reagan's proven principles.
He unleashed a creative American spirit. Not only did we believe in ourselves again, but the world believed in us. And what Reagan was able to usher in an 8-year presidency, was a generation of peace and prosperity, not just for us, but for the whole world, and an era of democracy in the whole world. I challenge any young person, turn on the evening news tonight and watch your political leaders. Turn off the evening news, go to your computer and dial up on YouTube an old Ronald Reagan speech. That's all you got to do. When you hear Ronald Reagan, you realize that's what a leader is really supposed to be like.
I'm a glass half full lady as well, so a lot of what KT McFarland was saying was really resonating with me. It's all about the people seeing what's going wrong today and the fact that we need to actively engage in changing our policies, our initiatives, and our leaders, and the people who are running our government.
You know, people all around the world looked at what we had and thought, well, we want to be like America. So I think we're one of those moments again today. We just need some people who believe in us, that we can vote for, who can convince us that we are who we are.
Convincing Americans of who they are by remembering an American president who put his faith in the people. In Virginia Beach, I'm Brennan Smith for Regent University.